everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic.com, back again with another big news update, this time concerning our old favourite, Big Davey M, Dave Meltzer's star ratings for New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion, which of course took place last Saturday and drew a lot of coverage from around the wrestling world, especially considering the presence of guys like Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho, but mainly that big main event title match between Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada, Omega Okada 4. How did it do in the star ratings? Let's find out. So Meltzer, bearing in mind that he's covered wrestling for decades and has seen a heinous, I imagine, amount of wrestling matches, a lot of wrestling matches of all shapes and size and variety, he said this could well be the best match he's ever seen. And not only that, he reckons that it's the best match he's ever seen and he can't foresee another match being better than it. I think that's my own personal thoughts on the match, whether it was a very, very good match, obviously a match of the year contender, potentially could be match of the year. I'm still tossing and turning in my head between that and Gargano Ciampa, but at the same time, to say it's the best match ever and that he can't foresee another match. You know what? It's one man's opinion, but of course we pay a lot of attention to his opinion because he is the biggest wrestling journalist in the world. He gave it 7 stars. 7 stars. Now this obviously blows every other match rating out of the water. Everyone lost their minds when Omega Okada 1 got 6 stars. Then obviously Omega Okada 2 got, I think, 6.5, or was it 6.25? May have been 6.5. I think it was 6.5. And then obviously the next one again, I think, got 6 stars, Omega Okada 3. This one's got 7. I don't even know if it's my favourite Omega Okada match. I still love the first one a lot. But from the general consensus I also saw online, on Twitter and on various websites and stuff, the general opinion seemed to be that it was a very, very good match indeed. I would agree. There were 1 or 2 people who didn't like it just because of the length, which I'd also agree the length was, you know, a tricky obstacle to overcome, but I think Omega and Okada overcame it as best as they possibly could, and in fact used it to tell a wonderful story. A special shout out as well to TJ Hawk of 411 Mania, who rated it, I think, 2.5 stars, something like that. He's just trying to get attention, bless him, isn't he? And he's got it, he's got my attention, and I've given it to you via the power of YouTube. But yes, Dave Meltzer thinks it's the best match he's ever seen, which, considering some of the matches he's seen, I mean, Meltzer was there at All Japan in its prime in the mid-90s when they were putting on 5-star matches left, right and centre. He's seen this recent massive surge of match quality in New Japan and also in NXT as well. He's given a few 5-star matches to WWE matches in the past few months, but nothing, according to him, has come close to Omega Okada 4. 7 stars. I get it, it was a wonderful match mechanically in the ring, and it was also the culmination of a huge story, Omega's kind of arc within New Japan. I get that, and I can totally see why it would be regarded as one of the best matches of all time, but I still can't quite decide in my head whether it's quite as good as Meltzer is saying. But then again, he justified all his points, and it's just one man's opinion, so I'm not going to get too angry about it. That wasn't the only notable star rating on the show, of course. There were lots of good matches actually, but nothing actually even hit the 5-star mark, let alone the dizzying heights of Omega Okada 4. However, Ospreay and Takahashi, I think, got 4 3/4 stars for their excellent junior heavyweight title match, and there were 2 4.5-star matches as well. Jericho versus Naito, a wild brawl. Not certain if I would have given it that higher rating, but at the same time, you can't deny that it was entertaining and a spectacle. And the other match, which I thought was actually pushing 5 stars in my opinion, was the excellent tag team title match between the Young Bucks and Evil and Sonata, the 2 members of LIJ. So yes, what did you make of Dave Meltzer's star rating? What are your own star ratings on those matches at Dominion if you saw it? If you haven't seen it yet, please do check it out if you have a subscription to New Japan World. Do not miss out on what could be regarded as one of the best wrestling matches of all time, and a very nice supporting cast of matches as well. Leave your thoughts as always down in the comment section below, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at JackTheJobber. You can follow all of us as well at Cultaholic, and if you want to, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly of all, never forget to join us.